I got x equals 4 and y equals 3.
Okay, I heard 4 and 3.
Yeah,
For which,
a
so
negative 4 and 3.
which one is it? Which, like, I don't know, call this box A and box B. What goes where?
And box A goes to 3, and B goes negative 4.
Okay, so in the first one, x is equal to 0.
Yeah.
Minus 5 times 0 plus 4y equals 20. Do you have something like that written down?
Yes.
Okay. 0 times anything is 0, so this becomes 4y equals 20. That is not 3.
4. Oh, I got 12. Hold on. I was looking at the last equation and I put 12 instead of 20.
I think he did that for both of them, so maybe redo that one as well.
I did. Oh dear. Okay, I got negative 4 and 5.
Okay, tell me what to put in box A.
5.
Okay, and box B.
Negative 4.
Okay, I agree. Very good. All right, let's try another problem here that's kind of related. Um, if it seems easy, that's good. I like hearing that. It's kind of the same type of problem, but it's just written a little differently. So take a look. Let me know if you need a hint. Maybe you know how to do it without.
Is it negative 6?
So you're going with answer A.
A.
All right. So did you put 6 in for Y?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 2x plus 3 times 6 equals 12. Tell me what you did next.
2x plus 18 equals 12. And then I just 12 minus 6. 12 minus 18, which I got my answer.
Yeah, but it's 2x equals minus 6.
2. Oh, 2.
Yeah.
Oh, so negative 3.
Right. Do you ever get multiple choice tests?
Not not often, but the final say will be in multiple choice.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing to look for because you got that answer. I got -6. There it is. I'm good. And you think you got it right, and you clearly didn't because you know it's one more step. So that's something just to be careful of when you're doing multiple choice tests. All right. So back to one more problem in x-intercepts and y-intercepts before we proceed to something else here. I want just the letter here, the letter of your answer. Like it's important that you know how to do it, which you've done, but it's also important that you mark down the correct one. You have an answer for me on this one?
Not yet.
Okay.
I got x is -2 and y is 4.
Okay, which answer are you gonna select?
Answer A.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So the x-intercept, we haven't kind of talked about this. The x-intercept is actually when y is 0. So let's take a look here. 2x minus 0 equals 4, -4. So yes, x ends up equaling -2. The y-intercept is when x is 0. 2 times 0 minus y equals -4, and y ends up equaling 4. Very, very, very good. Okay. Have you guys studied systems of equations?
Can you like provide an example, please?
Of course. So this is kind of a common midpoint for most Algebra 1 students. Most Algebra 1 students are studying systems right now. You guys are a little ahead of that because you've been doing some quadratics. Does this look at all familiar to you?
Yeah, I've seen some of these, but I forgot how to do them.
So the first approach is to use substitution. Okay. Um, but before we do that, I guess maybe I should ask you some questions here. So well, maybe I'll try this one. We'll see if this works. So that goes in for y. So it's 8x plus 3 times -3x plus 12 equals 35. Okay. Do you remember how to proceed from here, how to solve an equation like this?
No.
Okay. So we're going to take this 3 and distribute it into both. What does that become?
Um, 8x plus -9x plus 36.
Very good. And then on the left here, you can combine like terms. Do you remember
Okay.
that from?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that become when you combine the like terms?
Wait, between 8 and 36, right?
8x and -9x. Those are like terms. What does that become? 8x minus 9x.
Oh, -1.
-1x.
Yes.
Okay. Could you try solving this from here, please?
I got x equals 1.
Okay. I agree. So to find y, you go back to the y equation and you put 1 in for x. So could you do that and solve for y, please?
Okay. I got y equals 9.
That is correct. Good. All right. Very good. Any questions on this? Because I'm having you do one like it now.
Okay.
Okay. So here is a problem like it. All right. So it says use substitution. So you're going to take the one where it's already solved for,
Mhm.
and you're going to put that in for y here. All right. So that becomes 4x minus 5 times x plus 2 equal 14. Now, what's a little bit different about this one, Frank, is that you're multiplying minus 5 times x and times 2. So what does that become when you multiply by minus 5?
Oh, minus 5. I mean, 4x minus 5x minus 10 equals 15.
14. Good. Okay. Why don't you try solving it from there?
Okay.
How are you doing on this one?
No, I'm a little bit confused on how you is the 4x in the equation below the one I just.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the last one here where I was asking, how do you combine the like terms here? What did we do? 8x minus 9x.
Oh, it's still there. Okay. You just added them or did the.
Right, right. So do the same thing here. Combine like terms.
X equals -24.
Very good. But because it's multiple choice, I don't really think it's very good multiple choice because the answer's right there. Um, but you can see that the answer is B. Okay. But to find Y, you could put that number back in there. -24 plus 2 becomes -20, 22 like that. All right. Any questions on that before we look at a new type of problem?
No.
Okay. So we're gonna do just a little bit more with lines. Um, so we actually earlier we looked at one form of a line, ax plus by equals c. That's called standard form of a line. Okay. There's y equals mx plus b. That's called slope intercept form. Have you seen that before?
Yeah.
And then the last one is point slope form. So you typically are expected to know all three forms. So I'm gonna leave that last one up here for this problem here. See if you can figure out how to navigate that.
There's a point slope is the y minus y1, right?
Yep, exactly. Any idea to proceed on this or not? I'm sorry, I just didn't hear you if you said yes
Or
or
is it
no.
D?
Oh, D. Okay. You are close. So this is X1 and this is Y1.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Y minus 4 for sure. Slope, that's fine, but it's X minus a minus 4. What happens with the double negative?
Becomes,
What happens to this double negative here?
becomes a positive.
Positive, yeah. I apologize. Maybe I'm just not hearing you if you're saying that. Hopefully I'm coming in clear. I had my internet fixed. Well, I
It
had the
is.
internet fixed here. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's try another one here. Do you have this point slope form written down?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, so let me give you an equation of a line. I'm sorry, let me ask you to write the equation line. Let's say it's got the slope of -3 and goes to the point -4 comma -3.
Would would X1 and then Y1, right?
That's right. Yeah. So give me the equation whenever you got it.
Uh, Y plus 3 equals negative in parentheses X plus 4.
Very good. All right. So now the more difficult problem here is if I give you the equation, sorry, not that. If I give you the All right. So if I tell you like it's y plus 2 equals -4 x minus 3, and I asked you for the point and the slope. Do you think you could do that? That's kind of going backwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Give that a try, please.
It's 3 - 2.
Give me it one more time. I'm sorry, I just didn't hear you.
3 - 2.
Good. And what's the slope?
4 - 4.
Yeah, good. All right. So I feel like you got a good understanding of those things. Let me see what else I can put in front of you. Um, this is kind of I don't know if we want to switch topics already. It does seem like you know quite a bit about lines. Um, let's try one more here. All right. See if you can solve this without any input from me. Just asking you to write the equation of the line here.
Is it B?
Okay. B, what is the slope of this? What is
The
the
slope is 10 plus 10.
slope is actually 45.
But oh yeah, that's too
Slope is
low.
the number. Yeah, so maybe look one more time and decide if that's really the answer you want to give me.
Yeah, I think it's the right answer.
So it's mx plus b, mx plus b. So the slope is 45. Uh, if the slope were 45, that means this is going up by 45 each time. Is that what it's going up by?
Oh no, no, it'll be A. The opposite.
It looks like
Sorry.
it's A. Yeah, it looks like it's A. Okay. All right. And overall, pretty good. Let's look at a few inequalities. Does this look like something you've seen this year in school?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so to solve this, you kind of just treat it like it's an equal sign. Um, do you remember when you switch the inequality?
Um, no.
So there's only a couple of scenarios. This goes to the less than goes to greater than, less than or equal goes to greater than or equal to. This only is if you multiply or divide by a negative. Okay, so if you don't multiply or divide by a negative, you don't have to flip it. So could you try solving this?
Hey, would it be B?
Said letter D like dog,
No, B.
B. Okay, like B like boy.
Yeah.
So where are you getting the or from? Like what's telling you, hey, like this, there's probably an or in this problem.
Because or is like if there's different equate like answers, right?
Yes, but if you just solve this, I think you're gonna add one to both
Oh
sides.
yeah, I mean like
Uh,
because of the greater than or equal to.
I see. The that is not the or situation. I understand. I can hear in your voice why you would think that. The or is more meant to be that it can be right at it, at that number, equal to that number. It's not a second type of situation. So you're literally just solving this single equation, c greater than 6/5. Oh, you know what? There's a formatting problem. That's why
Yeah,
that's why it's in here.
I thought that was the answer, but I couldn't find it. So
Yeah, no, you're right. I noticed on a couple other ones so did you have some absolute value inequalities
yeah,
in your, okay. Yeah, we should maybe do a few more of those. Okay. That is, so you're right. It ends up being two because the or is 5c minus one less than or equal to -5. And you got the other one there. All right. How about something? Let's have you solve this. Absolute value 5b minus 3 less than or equal to 2.
is it d equals 0 or -1?
So this one's the other case. The between. Remember that?
Yeah,
Okay. So you're first going to add 3 to both sides. Tell me what that becomes on the outside.
it becomes 1 and 5.
Okay. And then you divide both sides by 5. So you get 1/5 less than or equal to d less than or equal to 1. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other type of problem that we've done, or not done, the last kind of type is where it's just an equal to. So let's have you try one of those.
Is it B?
Are you trying the answers or are you solving it?
He's trying the answers.
Yeah, don't do that. You gotta set it, you gotta solve two equations. Like that is a strategy, and maybe when we do some SAT prep, we'll talk about when to do that, but that is not the right strategy here. And that's why that answer is there.
Okay.
It's not always opposite sign of the same number.
Your audio cut out or something.
Yeah, just go ahead and solve these so you can get the second
Oh.
answer, please.
A, A.
Okay, it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely one, like one definitely work, which gets you down to those two answers. So why is it the other one? Yeah, it's -4 1/3. That is correct. So there's really like three things to remember here. There's when you have the absolute value of something less than or equal to a number, usually called a constant. This is the between case. Okay, this is where you put -c less than or equal to f of x less than or equal to c. Okay. The next one that you might see is when it's something inside parentheses greater than or equal to c. This is the or. This is the f of x greater than or equal to c, f of x less than or equal to -c. And then the one that you learn first typically, but we did it in this order, is where you have an equal sign. You set it equal to c and equal to -c. Any questions on that, thoughts on that before we move on to something else?
No.
All right. So one more one more sort of comment on lines. There's two types of like exceptions to lines. There's vertical lines, which are x equals a number. Horizontal lines, which is y equals a number. Have you seen this before?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put two problems up. They are very much related to what I just wrote down. Hopefully you can come up with the answer.
Is it C for 13?
Okay.
And is it B for 14?
It is. Very good. All right. All right. So now let me grab another problem here. All right. So I really, really like this question. It's so prone to making mistakes. Um, I'm just gonna put it out there and see what you think. Did you say an answer or were you
No, I mean, I'm just
okay?
still thinking. It might be C.
All right. Now, did you write this as p plus 11 times p plus 11?
Yeah. I just,
Good. And did you FOIL it?
well, yeah, foil.
It is C. You can also be guessing to get the right answer. Sometimes it's called the rainbow method. Yeah, it is C. All right.
Yeah, I called the rainbow method.
Yes. And I might have even borrowed that from you. I've used it with a few other students. Whenever I hear something really, really good like that I can help other people, I always try to incorporate into my vocabulary. Because it's all about helping you guys. All right. So let's do a slightly more difficult one here. All right. Go ahead and this one says to foil.
Oh, okay. I just realized it's D.
What did you realize?
I just could have just looked at the two positives from the beginning.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
yes, but like they all have an 8h squared, so that's not useful. The last two gives you 21. Um, yeah, I mean that is a strategy. I'm not gonna say it's the
not a
best, but I would not use that on a midterm or final where my grade
not
was
a
at risk.
midterm.
Yeah, be very, very careful. All right, one more of these before we move to something else.
Is the answer C?
It is. Yeah, this is the one where when you foil, you get minus 7j plus 7j minus 49. Yes, they can cancel. That is possible. All right. So last kind of topic here. These are the kind of stuff you were actually doing fairly recently in your class is some factoring. This is one of the approaches to solving. It's basically going backwards. It's undoing foil, but you don't want to foil these. You want to remember how to do it without foiling because that takes too long. So you're looking for two numbers that multiply to 14 but add to minus 9. Multiply to 14 but add to minus 9. What do you think here? Frank, you still with me?
I am still with you.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't want you to foil it. I really am not trying to get you to look for the other way to do it. Um, all right, so just to be clear here, like 14, it's either 1 and 14 or 2 and 7, but it could also be -1 and -14, -2 and -7. Do any of these match up with that?
Not sure.
Yeah,
But yeah,
this one right here. Yeah. Sometimes the multiple choice is challenging because you don't see the answer even though it's there. You think it's not there and you wonder what you're doing wrong. Lots of issues all over the place with that. So, all right, good
friend, I
job.
can explain. Follow this. I'm a little bit confused.
Well, if you were to foil this one, you would see that you would get b squared minus 7d minus 2d plus 14. That becomes minus 9d. We'll work on this next time on Wednesday if we have time. So